What's happening, guys? Silent Mike, Super Training Gym here. Answer more questions from Instagram. Make sure you're following me, Silent Mike with 2Ks, silentmike3 on Snapchat, Silent Mike with 2Ks on Instagram and Twitter. Be sure to subscribe. 4 videos a week coming your way. Scrolling to the top here. Let's see what we got. Hopefully we got better questions. Sometimes, last time I got a little mad at you guys, yelled at you about the questions you ask, meaning that you're not watching the videos or sharing it with your friends, so that I'm answering the same questions all the damn time, but I think we might have some better stuff. What's the easiest way to ensure safe deadlift form? I guess 2 different ways. 1, get a coach. If you have a professional eyes on you, then you're more guaranteed to lift better and progress faster. 2 would be film yourself, and then you can watch yourself figure it out and see if you're improving or what you have issues with. What is your favorite holiday and why? Probably Thanksgiving. Growing up as a kid, it was basically just my immediate family. I have some family in Ohio, but most of my family's in Argentina. So it's me, dad, mom, and sister. And 1, Thanksgiving's food, so I love food. And then 2, I'll just kind of sit on the couch and watch football with my dad. I had really good memories, all that. Watch a movie afterwards, etc. So that's probably my favorite holiday. How can you gain strength while on a cut? If not, how do you maintain strength on a cut? So there's a few ways to gain strength on a cut. 1 is if you can handle more volume, which isn't often, but if you can handle more volume in those lifts, meaning you weren't doing enough while you were maybe bulking or at maintenance. So if you're only doing 2 sets of 3 or whatever, 3 sets of 3 on squat, bench, dead, now adding more volume to those lifts, it is possible to gain some muscle there. Our boys Alberto Nunez, Eric Helms talk about this often, where if a muscle is neglected, even in a deficit, it is possible to gain some muscle. More muscle often means more strength. 2, just become more proficient at the movements. 3, making it a slow cut and not making a big calorie deficit. So I have released that program with my homies Omar and Bart. Link is in the description. We talked about basically the same thing. So with the program, there's videos going over the program, videos going over nutrition, videos going over lifting, plus the Excel program itself. It's a program that I've been running myself over the summer. I use different athletes to run it. So check that out if the goal is to lose some weight while maintaining your strength or gain your strength. But it comes down to managing your volume, managing your calories, and then getting more proficient at the movement skill acquisition of the lifts. Are you still eating ice cream every day? I haven't been able to keep up with it every day, but I have ice cream often. Just tracking my macros, small calorie deficit. I'm hitting a new low right now, and I'm weighing about 222. Remember, I got down to about 220. Gained some weight from travel and being sick a little while ago, and then chipped my way back down. Have you considered single ply or multi-ply lifting gear? I've considered it for sure, and I have lifted in multi-ply briefs, but probably not my cup of tea right now. Thoughts on a push-pull legs routine? I'll be hitting the main movements twice a week and attempting progressive overload. Yeah, that's a fine split. Push-pull legs isn't necessarily a routine, but a split, and there's a lot of different ways to break it up. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. What's the best exercise that carries over to squats? Squats, more squats, pause squats, front squats, things of that nature. Can you keep repeating the 6-week bench program? So along with that fat loss program, we released a 6-week free bench program, which is also in the link in the description. No, I don't recommend necessarily repeating that. It's not like cyclical. It's kind of more of a peaking thing for you guys to get a little boost, handle some heavier weights, and hit a PR. After that, we do have a 12-week bench program that's cheap. I think it's about 15 bucks. So you can check that out if you want. If not, I would go on to something with more volume in your bench press to continue to build strength. The old cliche, you got to build strength, not test strength. The 6-week bench sets you up to hit a 1-rep max and hopefully a new PR. After that, it's time to rebuild. Do you take a pre-workout? Not often, mostly energy drinks or coffee. Do you have a cutting program you recommend? Same question, referred to a couple minutes ago, link in the description. What are my lifting and business goals for 2017? I have a bunch. 1 is to continue to always help you guys, put out the best content I can, learn more myself so then I can transfer that knowledge to you guys. And then the rest are personal. Not that I don't mind sharing my goals, but they're just things you guys don't need to know, I guess. And I'm pretty open with you, but little things. I want to pull 755 this year. That's in the cards. I want to lose some weight. Different things of that nature. How do you physically and mentally approach a plateau, especially when people around you are making huge progress? It's time for self-assessment. You got to figure out what's going on. So you got to figure out if it's programming, if it's a technique, if it's a mobility, if it's a sleep, if it's a nutrition, hydration, and do as much as you can to fix all of them, make them optimal. Try things you've never had, make small changes over long periods of time to figure out what works and what doesn't. Here's some good questions. What do you hope your legacy will be? One, I hope I even leave a legacy. I think that term is honorable and grand itself. For me to leave a legacy means that I'll be remembered, whether it is that I pass away or I moved on to a different job or career path or whatever. So to even leave a legacy would be fucking awesome. And one, I guess that I'm real. Two, that I'm a hard worker. Three, that I help as many people as I can. Those are three things that I always try to put on daily. Be real. No bullshit, whether it's advice or no bullshit. Being friends with people I don't want to be friends with, or doing things I really don't want to do. Two, help people. And then three, I don't know, man. Be nice. All that shit. Why are there so many fake natties on social media? I just don't understand why there's guys out there who feel the need to lie about it. Big topic. We'll just end there. I don't know how long this has been going. Fake natties. I don't know when it became a thing. But I feel like maybe in the 90s, early 2000s, a younger generation started to begin to understand that performance-enhancing drugs and steroids are a part of all sports, let alone the fitness industry, bodybuilding, powerlifting, weightlifting, strongman, that they're involved. They're involved in the NFL as well. They're involved in the UFC, obviously the MLB. They're everywhere. But I think a certain generation started to become educated on the topic and realized that, shit, man, we don't really know who's on and who's off. They're involved. And something that I know, and you guys should know too, is that you'll never truly know until someone says they do it. One, it shouldn't matter unless it's affecting you. What they choose to do with themselves is fine. If they need to lie about it and make false claims about not being naturally enhanced, one, know that it is illegal, so I kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. Two, there is a little bit of a business, I guess, marketing, for lack of a better word, where people get these awesome results and maybe they use performance enhancing drugs or steroids of some nature, but then they're trying to sell a supplement or a workout program or even just their lifestyle on YouTube or Instagram, and they want you to believe that what they say and do leads to more of those results than what they use. And once again, no doubt, you can't just take steroids, sit around and look awesome and be strong, but there's no doubt they also help. So there's many people, I think, that are still in the industry that don't use performance enhancing drugs. I think there's a lot of people that viewers, the peers, whatever, point fingers at that say they're on steroids that actually aren't. But then there's also a handful, a good amount of people that say and claim natural, and they're not. And I can't answer why they do that. All I can answer is try to see it from their end, where it is an illegal drug. Two, does it really affect us? Do we need to be pointing fingers? Does there need to be a witch hunt for it? I don't know. But be as positive as we can, and maybe it's something deeper and darker for that. Maybe everyone has self-esteem issues, everyone has image issues, and maybe that's their way out of it. Maybe that's their way out of a dark place, and the only way they know how to gain some confidence and success in life is going through that route. I really don't know. Those are just things that pop into my head when I think about this subject. So just try to think positive for them. Hopefully they know what they're doing. Hopefully they do it for the right reasons, and it's not just to make money. Hopefully it's to compete, or hopefully it's to make them feel good. And if it makes them feel good, I don't think we should have any say about it, really, because if it helps them mentally or physically feel better, power to them. It's not negatively affecting us. Do I disagree with some people that claim natural when they're not? Of course. I'd rather have people just not mention it. No comment. A couple people I know, when they're asked if they use steroids, they simply say, well, just know it's a part of the sport. That's a very political way of going about it, rather than claiming it, thumping their chest that they're natural when they're not, which is, everybody's different, but that's what I'd rather see. I think that's it for this one, guys. Appreciate you. Silent Mike, I'm out of here. Subscribe, like this video. You've already made it this far. If you like the video, my friends. Silent Mike, I'm out of here.